It was a young, slightly squinting guy, smiling now and then at the bright sunshine. Olga looked at him seriously again. Sometimes people like that annoyed her, especially if they were much younger and, having not yet experienced life, radiated their inarticulate positivity. She squirmed in her seat and, with contrived indignation, turned away from the glass. She had a ride to the end of the line, and, fortunately, it was rare for anyone to sit with her until the last stop. But then, a young man, having had enough of the sun, turned sharply toward her. It turned out he had blue eyes, and a more than graceful profile. "Beautiful day, isn't it?" Cutting short all the intelligently constructed silent philosophy of the electric train, he began. "Good," she agreed, and looked out the window again, trying to remain unfazed. But it was difficult. 10 years divorced, no children, a lonely job as an accountant. It all came over her again at the sight of the young, sunny smile. The young man nodded thoughtfully and reached into his pocket, doing something that finally threw her off balance. He pulled out a pack of cigarettes. "What?" He looked at her and asked. "She smokes too." "Who?" "My girlfriend." "Oh, is that all that bothers you?" "Of course." He shrugged his shoulders and looked towards the vestibule. "After all, she's the only one that matters. That's how it is." "Exactly." He turned to her again. "Don't you think so?" No, I don't. You're setting a bad example for her." "Actually, she taught me that. I was just being supportive." "That's terrible." "No, I just love her. What does it matter if she smokes or not? It's not really important to me. It's more important what's inside." "And alcohol?" "A little." "You don't drink or smoke?" "No." "What's the point?" The young man looked out the window again. "It seems to me that love should help in sharing each other's preferences. Everyone has addictions, and if you're in love, you should at least try to accept it. Are you that much in love?" "I'm just in love. Love isn't strong or weak. It's either there or it's not. I'm going for a smoke, if you don't mind." Olga looked after him. He was a tall, sturdy, tall guy. He had a good figure and beautiful blue eyes, but he was doing God knows what. Surely his mother does not particularly approve of his son's hobbies. And yet, she looked out the window again. Such an attitude can't help but attract her. After all, she has her faults too. 10 minutes later, the young man returned. Only now he smelled of tobacco and did not look so attractive. But the long drive and the beautiful weather had done their work, and they talked again. It turned out that he too had driven to Bistrichino, and she involuntarily noted that this was pleasant. He was quite shallow, and above all, blindly convinced that he was right. Olga listened to him without interrupting him. That young ardor. Like nothing else, it stokes the old embers, at least for a little while, making her smile, and time flies more imperceptibly. The woman looked out the window and was surprised to see that they had arrived. "I think we're home," she sighed and smiled. "Yes." The young man nodded in agreement and got up. Time flew by quickly, didn't it? Olga looked at the platform. It was almost empty. She followed him to the exit, once again rejoicing at this unexpected acquaintance. Once outside, she took a deep breath, even though it was dark. But the air. Still, the province was different from the city. The young man looked around anxiously. "What is it?" Olga asked. "Lisa was supposed to meet me, but she's not here." He licked his lips excitedly. "Maybe she's late." "No, she is not late and always calls." He cut off. "And she didn't call." Turning toward the path, he walked briskly toward the village. Clutching her bag tightly, Olga followed, apparently deciding that if necessary, she could act as both doctor and defense counselor. "God, not that," the boy said suddenly. He stopped in the middle of the path, and shining a light through the bushes, he went forward, breaking leaves and branches. Olga, without letting go of her bag, rushed after him. but barely she reached the back, disappearing in the greenery, as immediately received a strong blow with a shovel and, not feeling her legs, fell to the ground. "I told you that I share all her habits," the young man said quietly, leaning over her. "And believe me, smoking is not the worst of them."